Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about life-changing PR products that I have been sent. And I know we use the term life-changing to refer to stuff in makeup and beauty that is just really, really good. However, this video is literally about products that I have been sent that I have completely changed my routine for because they are so good. So diving right in, the first thing I'm going to talk about is Sèche Vive Top Coat. So I was sent this by PR, or I was given it at an event, I think about 3 or 4 years ago now. And before I received this, I had never used any kind of quick dry top coat in my life. I just kind of thought it was an unnecessary step and just never used it. But I always had dented nail polish or, like sheet marks from when you go to sleep and like under your pillow, your hand gets the imprint from the pillow. So I received this at an event and I want to say I tried it out within 1 or 2 weeks of getting it. And it was quite literally life-changing. I couldn't believe that I could put a top coat over my nail polish and then it could be like contact proof within about 10 minutes. Now, pressure proof within about an hour, but I could literally like touch the top of my nails within 10 minutes of applying this and it wasn't gonna dent, it wasn't gonna smear, and it was gonna be just fine. Now, I have to point this out every time that I talk about Sèche Vive, but it is not the same thing as Sèche Vite. Sèche Vite comes in a clear tube and it dries, I think similarly, I haven't used it so I don't really know, but it has a tendency to shrink your nail polish. From all accounts that I've read, it shrinks your nail polish, which is really frustrating because nobody wants that. Sèche Vive does not do that to me. It creates kind of like a bubble effect over my nails. It feels quite plump, and that's because it is an instant gel effect top coat. This stuff will make my nail polish last easily a week, sometimes 2 weeks. I don't like to wear my nail polish for 2 weeks because I do like to change it up. I think it's a little bit more interesting. But if I'm somewhere like out of the country, I can rely on this to make my nail polish last for a 2-week vacation, for example. I can't recommend this enough. I know it can be pricey in some locations depending on where you buy it. I have seen it as high as $14. But it is worth that money. I will gladly spend $14 on this. I would spend $20 happily, no questions asked. I have seen it at Winners before for like $6.95, and when I see it there, I will snap up all the bottles that I see because I have gone through, I think, more than 10 bottles at this point. It usually takes me, I think it's 3 to 4 months of like weekly use to use up a full bottle, but I've used up so many bottles at this point. It is absolutely worth it and it is completely life-changing. The next item isn't makeup, but I received this at an event for Shoppers Drug Mart. This is, I think actually you can put it in the shower based on this little dangly thing. It's probably waterproof, but this is a little speaker by Sony. I don't even really know the name. The model number says SRS XB10. It's a wireless speaker. I received this at a collective event for Shoppers Drug Mart because Shoppers Drug Mart does have like an electronics section at some locations. And I didn't really think much of it when I first got it because I was like, what do I need a mini speaker for? I've got speakers on my TV, I've got them on my computer. What do I need a mini speaker for? I have actually started to bring this with me on vacation, and I can't say enough about how handy this has been to just have a mini speaker and plug it in wherever I am. It's wireless, so I don't really have to plug it in, but I can charge it up, and having it connect to my phone is the best thing ever because I can just stream anything that is on my phone to this speaker. I realize this is probably not new technology to anybody out there, but I just never really considered how handy a mini speaker can be. I brought this with me to England and Ireland when I went with my friend Julie, and it was kind of one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I might. And honestly, it was just so much fun for us to both stream our music to this. We both discovered that we love Depeche Mode. And honestly, that might not have happened if I hadn't had this mini speaker. So yeah, it's just been really handy for travel. I think I have heard of people using this in the shower. So, that's what the dangly bit is for. But yeah, it's just been one of those great things to bring with me as like a fun thing to listen to music when I'm in a hotel room or in an Airbnb. So didn't think I was gonna have any use for this whatsoever, but it's been really great. Okay, moving on to the item that sparked my whole idea for this video. It is a menstrual cup. I got this about 3 or 4 months ago, I think, from the people who represent Shoppers Drug Mart. It is by Life brand. It is a menstrual cup. I've started using this and it has been revolutionary for me. I had friends who had been using this. My friend Julie recently was converted by Samantha Rovindall's video, which is really good, by the way. It goes over everything you could ever wonder about a menstrual cup. I'll link to that down below. Julie got converted by that, and I kind of held off on it because I just didn't know. And then I got sent this by PR, and I was like, well, this is convenient timing. I put off trying it for an extra month because I was nervous, which is really weird because I'm not a nervous person in general. I will usually leap headfirst into things, no problem. But I just had all these bizarre random fears about this and didn't give it a shot right away. I tried it on the second month after I'd had it, and I will never, ever go back to tampons. Never again. Maybe an emergency situation, but this is just so much more convenient. It's so much more cost effective because I don't need to buy anything anymore. I will buy panty liners because I just want to have that little bit of extra security, but I don't need to buy tampons every month. This collects my blood and I empty it out every 12 hours and put it back in, and it's miraculous. With this menstrual cup, it is just so much more convenient. I feel cleaner. I feel like I can do more things, which just sounds funny because my period never really stops me from doing anything. I still exercise and all that, but I just feel more comfortable with this because I know that I'm not going to be leaking at any point. There is no hope in hell that I will ever fill this in a 12-hour period. I know we think that we bleed an incredible amount of blood. We don't. The highest I have ever gotten this to during a 12-hour period would be to about, no, not even, I've not even filled it to a ½ ounce. Maybe just below the ½ ounce marker, and that's on like my heaviest flow day. This is comfortable, it's convenient. We were recently in the US for a Christmas vacation, and I knew I was gonna get my period on the day that we were driving to Wisconsin. It's like a 12-hour drive, it's a long haul. And I brought this with me, and sure enough, I got my period at some gas station, and I just popped this right in, and I was good to go, and I didn't have to be worried about anything. I love these so much, and I should have listened to my friend Allison about a decade ago who had switched to these and was trying to convince me to do it. And I was like, no, I like tampons. I don't need to switch. I should have listened to her. She was a smart woman, and everybody else who's been on this bandwagon forever, you know what's up. These things are incredible. So the Life brand one works for me. This is the size A cup, which is the smaller size. I have no problems with it. Feels totally comfortable, and I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I'm just so excited about this thing. I can't even express it enough. If you've ever thought about trying a menstrual cup, please go out and do it. I know the cost is a little bit prohibitive for people at first. It's around $35 in Canada, I think. But if you get one that works for you, you will never have to buy tampons again. How amazing is that? Okay, next up is this product by Schwarzkopf. It's part of their sub-brand Gliss. So this is their hair repair with liquid keratin. It calls itself a conditioner, but it's basically like a leave-in conditioner after you've had your shower and washed and conditioned your hair. And I predominantly use this as a detangler. My hair can get really tangly and really knotty with like the length that it is. If it's longer than this, it gets even worse. So I need something that's going to sort of loosen up my hair before I go to brush it out, before I blow dry it. And I used to interchange this one with the Live Clean one, but I recently tried the Live Clean one again. I mean, I've gone through like 4 or 5 bottles of that one over the years, and I found that it just wasn't working on my hair as well as this one. So at this point in time, this one is now my holy grail, and I don't really want to go back to the Live Clean one because this one just works so much better. And I don't know if it's the keratin that's infused in this that is making it my hair more supple and sleek, but if I use this in combination with the same shampoo and conditioner, my hair is flawless. It's just silky and smooth, and it brushes through no problem. I don't get any matted tangles or knots. And while I do attribute this to being the product that does the most for my hair, the shampoo and conditioner from this same line are flawless. And I did get this at a PR event 2 or 3 years ago, and I was eager to try it out, but I didn't really think that it was going to be as impressive as it has turned out to be. And I've continued to purchase this. I've got 5 or 6 bottles back up in my cupboard because they were on sale at Metro, which is a local grocery store, the other day, and I was like, give me all of them. They were like half off. It was great. But that makes me nervous. I really hope they're not discontinuing this because that would be heartbreaking. Anyway, so I've said over the years that my hair can pretty much take any shampoo and conditioner and not really have an issue. That has changed relatively recently. I would say in the last year that is not the case, and some stuff just reacts really terribly to my hair. But this range is like golden. It is the best thing ever for my hair. So really love the leave-in conditioner, but the whole range is fantastic as well. So at the same event that I got the Gliss shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in conditioner, I also got this Got To Be hairspray. So this is also part of Schwarzkopf, but this is their Got To Be sub-brand. So this is the Volumaniac Bodifying hairspray. So this says insane volume hold. However, I actually find this stuff to be quite flexible. And in the last year or so, I've started to do more loose waves on my hair as opposed to super tight curls, which is what I used to do. And I find this works really well to hold the pieces of the curls together, but make them flexible enough that they're not just like a crusty curl, if you know what I mean. And before I got this one, I used to pretty much interchange between all the hairsprays that I was using, and I never truly loved any particular hairspray. I don't know what it was. I just found that none of them had the exact properties that I was looking for. So when I started using this one, I didn't really expect something to be life-changing for me. But since I've started using this, I have not used any other hairspray, and it's made me want to curl my hair more. I like the appearance of my hair more when it's curled and in loose waves because I just think it looks pretty. And this just made me want to do it more often because it was a solution to keeping those curls like in place and looking volumized, and just, I don't know, it was a great combination, and I was so happy that I got this and discovered just how much I like it. And I think I've been through 5, 6, maybe 7 cans in the last year. Whoa, that's a lot. There's no way I've gone through that many cans in a year. Maybe it was like 2 years ago that I got this at an event. I lose track of time the older I get. Anyway, love this stuff to pieces. I don't use any other hairspray now, so this stuff's fantastic. Okay, the very last item I'm gonna talk about is the Tarte Quench Lip Rescue Lip Balms. I was sent all 8 shades that were in the range when they first launched them, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I finished up about 5 of those 8 tubes that they have sent me. This is one of the remaining ones. This is Buff, and there's a little bit left. There's not too much. These are primarily a clear or lightly tinted lip balm. They are super hydrating. They're really glossy, so they look really nice. And I find that these work wonders for my lips, particularly when I'm on vacation or when my lips are super dehydrated, which is usually what happens to my lips on vacation. I get on a plane, get off at the other end, and both my skin and my lips are just super dehydrated and not having a good time. So I tend to bring these with me on vacation because they're a light tint, which is nice if I'm doing my makeup already, but they're also super hydrating, and they will repair my lips so well when I'm on vacation. So I have gone through a lot of these tubes. This is one of the remaining PR ones, but I've continued to purchase them. Like, I just picked up the holiday set that they had. It was basically 2 for 1, which was really nice. So I've got the shades Nude and Holly here. The one before was Buff. And then I've also grabbed it whenever it's been a Sephora Point perk. So I've got this little mini one here too. This one is Nude. And I mean, there's not a ton of product in here, but I love these so much that I will snap them up whenever possible. I'm just so happy with not only the fact that they moisturize and heal my lips, but they also look really nice. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the longevity of them is great. It's not. It's like a lip balm that's super glossy that will wipe off pretty quickly if you are talking, but it's nice to reapply these and they just feel so good. These do have a light mint or peppermint flavor to them, but they're not tingly on the lips. So I don't actually know if there's like peppermint oil in here, but there is some sort of peppermint mint flavor to them. But again, they're not tingly on my lips, so nothing is reacting there. I love these so much, and I really can't thank PR for initially sending them to me, because there is no chance in hell that I would have ever picked these up of my own volition, because they are super expensive. like initially I would not have picked them up. I think they're like, is it $22 Canadian or 26 for one of them, which is super pricey for a lip balm. But now that I've used them and know that they're fantastic, I will absolutely pick them up at that price point. So that's one of the things that is amazing about PR. The fact that I get to try out products that I would otherwise have had no inclination to buy whatsoever, and then discovering that some products are just amazing. Because let's be real, price tags can be really prohibitive for a lot of people. It's the reason why I don't pick up stuff like a Natasha Denona palette. But sometimes stuff really is just amazing and we just haven't tried it out yet. So these are pricey, but I love them so much, and obviously I've continued to buy them. So really impressed with the Tarte Quench Lip Rescue Lip Balms, which is one heck of a name. Okay, so that is it for this video. Those are all of the quite literally life-changing PR products that I have been sent. It's really nice to discover things that I would otherwise not have purchased. So I hope you found this video interesting. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.